Hello, my planner friends. Today's video is a plan with me, a digital plan with me in Canva using some free images that I will have for you guys in the description. Images of the long vertical digital planner that I have in the 516 shop. So these are going to be images of the weekly, the monthly, and then the currently page, and you can just upload them to Canva or you may be able to bring them into GoodNotes or Xodo or whatever your digital planning app is. But I'm going to show you how to do it in Canva in case you want to play around with digital planning in Canva or see if you like the layout that we have. So the kit that I'm going to be using is a digital kit. It's specifically made as a digital kit from Print Petticoat Bandit, which is a shop on Etsy. So this digital kit has all you need to start working in your digital planner. And in order to start that, we're going to go ahead and open Canva. You can do this in Canva, a free Canva account as well, but you're going to hit create design and then edit photo, and then you're going to find wherever you have saved the images that I have for you for free down in the description box. So I'm just going to open up the long vertical weekly layout and get to working on that. And instead of clicking on use in a design, you're going to click on edit photo, and that's going to open this up in a brand new blank canvas. And the first thing I will tell you is you should select your background. So select your image there and hit lock in the upper right hand corner. That is going to prevent you from moving things around. Eventually you'll see in here that I accidentally copy and paste and duplicate and move things around, and I'm like, what even happened? But you want to lock your background to prevent that. I have already linked up my Google Drive to my Canva account, and it's here that I'm going to find my digital kit. And I'm going to start by just adding in all of the full boxes that I plan on using. This is the same way that I do digital planning, or even the same way I do paper planning when I sit down, right? We pull in all of the full boxes that we think we're going to use and start working on that, and then start working on the maybe the sidebar and stuff like that. So right now I'm just going to lay out where I think I want my stickers to go. I believe this is for a week in November. This may be, I think it's here that I end up copying and pasting for some reason, or duplicating for some reason. I think this is for Thanksgiving week, because I think that's why I put the Christmas decorations on like that Sunday, because I plan to do this for Thanksgiving week. I will say most of the time I just make a layout for the month in Canva and then paste it into Xodo, and I don't really know when I'm going to use it. You know what I mean? Like, this is a November spread. Sometime I'll use it in November. A lot of this is like the sticker therapy for me, like how you just want to put down stickers. So I'll just do a digital sticker kit thing. I don't know. So I will say one of the benefits to using Canva for planning is that you can crop easier. And you can see I'm making this kit is sized for standard vertical for your EC A5 wide style boxes. So you can see that I am scaling them to fit in the long vertical boxes. And I'm doing that by grabbing the little white lines on either the horizontal or like the vertical sides of the sticker box and cropping that down. You can do that in GoodNotes, but you have to be kind of more precise, and you can't really figure it out because you can't see them overlaid on your sticker. You have to like press and hold and then crop it and hope you're good. And then if you're not, when you kind of grab the sides, you're kind of stretching it. So that's one thing I don't really like about GoodNotes. And I do plan, I have an iPad. I got an iPad, and all back in the summer when I started getting into digital planning. And I'll tell you what, I do not use my iPad for digital planning. I digital plan on my Surface Book. It's like the version 1. You can see here that I ended up copying my planner page for some reason, and eventually I'm going to see it. But I use my Surface Book. It's Microsoft, little laptop tablet guy, and I use Xodo. And I use Xodo for like all of my annotation and putting in text and things like that. That's like my final planner. But it doesn't have as many image alteration or image transformation or anything like that. Like, it doesn't have all of the things you need to really successfully digitally plan, if that makes sense. So it's not as good as GoodNotes. Sometimes I wish it was, but I like it better than GoodNotes, if that makes sense. And I was trying to like rationalize. I'm just gonna talk. It's gonna be on topic, but also off topic. I was trying to like rationalize some things like, oh well, you know, I wish could do it all in here, but then I think, well, some people, they'll bring in their spreads like into Procreate and like draw on them. So that's fine for me to use Canva, because other people use other apps. Like, why am I rationalizing this stuff, right? Other people use other apps for their digital planning and then bring it into GoodNotes. So it's like, okay, like it's okay to do whatever you want to do. If you just want to straight up digitally plan in Canva, like you can straight up do that. Like this video is an example of straight up doing that. So I'm just gonna set up my sidebar and just keep on digitally planning. Like just do what you got to do. I really do like planning on my Surface Book though. I like that I have everything together. If you have any type of Microsoft device, anything that runs like Microsoft 10, Microsoft 11 is coming out, I don't even know anything about that right now, but you can download Xodo from their website or even the Microsoft store. I have gone through a lot of different PDF annotation apps like to use for this, and I really do like Xodo. It's the only one that I feel like keeps the functionality of tapping on the actual like the links, the hyperlinks that are in the PDF and flipping through the quote unquote flipping through the planner. So I really do like Xodo. I feel like I'm talking all over the place because I haven't filmed or recorded a voiceover in like 400 years, so I'm kind of just blabbing on, but I'm going to align my sidebar, get everything going there and where I want it. This, like I said, this kit is from Print Petticoat Bandit. They actually sent me this kit to use for this video because I had contacted them and said, hey, I have an idea for something, and they wanted to make sure that everybody was falling within the terms of use of the clip art, and so they actually sent me the straight up digital file. So I am very appreciative of that. I have another one. They sent me another one as well, and I have been so busy. I couldn't even tell you what I've been doing, but I feel like I have been so busy. So this is a long time coming type of video. Now I go ahead and do the bottom washi. I have a little bit of a struggle time here because I can't figure out which element in the folder of elements is the one for the bottom washi. And I think it would have been easier if you were using something like your actual, like you were opening a file folder on your computer and seeing where it was. This, when I'm pulling from Google Drive, it kind of makes everything the same size, so you can't really tell what you're looking at sometimes. So I just grab one that I think is a bottom washi, and I use the whole crop scale feature of Canva and make it fit. And like I said, I really do like planning Canva. One of the downfalls though is that you can't pinch and zoom like you could in GoodNotes or Xodo or any of those kind of PDF annotating apps. You have to use the little zoom bar down at the bottom. You can see there's like a little black line with a dot. That's what you have to use to like zoom. So that's unfortunate, but I still do like it much better than actually laying down the stickers in Xodo. I do have a plan with me where I will lay down the stickers straight up in Xodo, and it doesn't take much time at all, if that makes sense. Like it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but you can just do it. So I got all of my headers together, and I'm just going to zoom in, move like Friday or Thursday through Sunday out of the way, and start working on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and just, keep going at it. This, all in all, I think because this was a new kit for me, I had not used this shop's digital kits before. This took me about 40 minutes, and I think I condensed this down to like it's a 20-minute video, but I think it took me about 40 minutes to plan. And usually I'd say it takes the same amount of time as if I was sticker planning. So like usually it's like 30 minutes. I was having a bit of a struggle time here because, like I said, this is the first time I've used a digital kit from Print Petticoat Bandit, so I wasn't quite familiar with all of the elements and where they were, and they don't quite match up with what is in the printable kits. So it was just a little bit different. But you can see I highlighted all of these, and I'm going to align them to center and move them around and make sure that they're all lined up and they're all covering the days of the week on the planner page. I'm going to end up turning off the you could delete it, or you could turn the transparency down of the planner page, and then copying and pasting that into my Xodo app. I will say, while you can open the planner page image and do all of this that I'm doing in like free Canva, if you're going to need to do a transparent overlay like I'm going to show you at the end here, you're going to need Canva Pro. But any type of image editing, photo editing app, you can totally do this. I think there's something called, it's like either Photopea or Photopia, and it is pretty much Photoshop on a web browser. Or you can do this in something like Sketchbook, or heck, even Procreate. I mean, you have to pay for Procreate, but like anything that you can edit images in and then save a layer as a transparent PNG, you can do this and put it into Xodo. I have a Sketchbook app. I think that they've changed like owners or whatnot, so it might be different than the one that I have. I'm trying to think of something else. You could even do this in Photoshop if you have it. You could probably do it in GIMP. You could probably do it in any type of free thing. You just need to be able to save a layer. Probably even, what's the one that I use? Pixlr. You just have to be able to save a layer as a transparent image. I don't know if any of those really support like a pin, you know, like a stylus kind of thing. The reason I like Canva is because I can use my stylus, like I'm using the app on the tablet part of my my Surface Book. So I go in to add the checklist, and it's here that I realize I don't really like these checklists. They're not designed for the long vertical pages, and so I go in and I just grab a rectangle, or I guess a square, size it down where I want it or how I want it, and then place it in the box. I'll go in later and change the colors around and, you know, add little checklist dots and stuff. But right now I'm just going to figure out where I want them on my page. Again, this is, you know, just kind of like you would normally plan out your paper planner. For some reason on this one, I cannot grab the center of this daggone little checklist and move it to where I want it to be. So it takes me a minute and a half to get that moved. I have recently not been liking my checklists butted up against a full box. So you can see there that I moved that last one. And then I'm just going to go back in with adding in some boxes. Like I said, this is the first time I have used a digital kit from Print Petticoat Bandit. So I kind of felt like I was limited with boxes, but I think that was all in my head, because if you have like a printable kit or even just any paper sticker kit, you're going to have maybe like 4 purple boxes, right? Well, you don't need, if you're doing a printable kit, or I'm sorry, if you're doing a digital kit, you don't need 4 of the same box, because you can just copy and paste it. So I think I was like psyching myself out and feeling like I don't have enough boxes. But I did realize they aren't shaped the same way as like the printable ones. I think these are kind of, I don't know what you would call it, like cornered off. What is going by? I don't know if you guys can hear that. I think it was like a plane. Oh my goodness. They're like kind of cornered off instead of like circles or rounded or even squared. It's kind of like a, what is that, like a hexagon or something like that? Octagon type of shape. So weird. I don't know. I don't know what that sound was. So that kind of threw me off too. But again, I think I just got to get used to using this kit. And once you get used to something and then something changes, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know where it is. And I will say, I like the way that this shop organizes their files. Like, you know where everything is in your digital sticker kit. I have been trying to figure out a way to organize my files. I haven't converted any of my sticker kits into digital kits yet. I just have not had the time. But I really do like the way that they have organized this. It's like, you know where everything is, and they grouped everything together pretty well. I go ahead and throw in another one of these little flourish things. I don't like it, so I go ahead back with the little vine. I don't think I mentioned it, but these things would be like if you were doing like a foiled kit, you know what I mean? Like a foiled ready kind of thing. You would have these little, you know, your overlays over your full boxes maybe, and then these little foiled dividers. You can't really do that in digital planning. That is one thing I miss, and why I am still keeping my paper planner, is I miss all the foil. And I really need to organize my whole sticker collection, honestly, y'all, because it's just everywhere. They stopped making on Amazon. They stopped carrying or making the way I was storing my stuff. And so now I didn't have a complete set yet. You know what I mean? Like, I was waiting, I was like building it up, and now you can't get it anymore. And so I'm like, well, now I have to kind of I don't know, redo my whole thing. I am thinking about getting the 3-ring binders and the half sheet storage things, you know, the big 3-ring binders and the big half sheet storage things to put all your stickers in. But I'm not trying to invest like another bajillion dollars into it. So who knows? But yeah, I need to go through because it's a hot mess on my like sticker shelf there. It's just a hot mess. I am going to keep digitally planning into 2022, but I am looking for something to use in for paper planning in 2022. I don't want to jump back into my happy planner because I don't want to, though I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I may go back to drawing my layouts. Every time I look at like a standard vertical spread, I'm like, man, I really miss those. And then I don't know. It's like, oh man, I really miss those standard vertical spreads. And I'm like, but I really like my long vertical spreads. So who knows? We'll see what I go back into. But I'm going to keep on digital planning for 2022. I'm going to try to re-release this planner with some updates, maybe some more pages and whatnot, because I have been realizing that maybe I do want some additional pages. So we'll see. Once again, haven't had time for it. But if you want to practice digital planning or see if you like it, like I said, you can get the images down below. And you could even use that to build your own digital planner. Obviously, it's for personal use only, but you guys know I like to have you guys be able to do what you want to do with what you have. You know, it's not going to function the same way as if you were to purchase a digital planner from the shop, but I mean, it could be sufficient if you want to try your hand at digital planning. I just want everybody to have a fun time and do their digital planning. So I'm just going to keep on laying some stickers. Like I said, I haven't filmed a voiceover in like a long time, so I kind of feel like I'm blabbering, and I probably could have sped this video up more than twice the speed, but you know, I didn't, and now I'm sitting here having to fill time with my beautiful voice. But yeah, I like the way that, I will say my two favorite sticker shops are Print Petticoat Bandit and Planner Pixie Co. One, because they have printable stickers, and two, because of the way they use the artwork. There's not a lot of shops. I mean, there's a lot of sticker shops, right? There's like a crap ton of sticker shops, but sometimes I feel like I have a certain like eye, and I feel like Planner Pixie Co and Print Petticoat Bandit really match the look and the eye that I want in my full boxes. So many people just kind of are like, I can make stickers and just put the things together, and it's not wrong. You can make stickers. I mean, that's my whole platform, right? Anybody can make stickers, but sometimes you have like that eye for design, and I really do appreciate those two shops. And they have unique boxes as well. Like the scallop boxes here, I really like those in Print Petticoat Bandit, and then the Planner Pixie Co has these like foldable, especially when you're using a printable kit and you're actually printing it and cutting it, these like foldable boxes. I hardly ever use them because I can't figure out how to make them look right in my spreads, but every time that Randy uses it in her spreads on like her YouTube channel, I'm like, oh, that looks really great. Like, why can't I do that? I don't know. And that's the other reason why I'm thinking about going back to standard verticals, because I want to use like the day extenders again. I don't know. Who knows? So I've kind of reached the end of this. I'm going to go back and adjust my little checklist here. I'm going to put the little circles. I could have put hearts, but I ended up putting circles, I believe, for the like actual checklist things. And here I am choosing some colors that kind of match with, that's the other thing about Canva. It allows you to choose colors based on the colors you have on the page. So I go ahead and just change that around to different colors that I want to use. And yeah, I think, so when you're working on the desktop version, it's much easier to like use an eyedropper tool to pick a color. When you're doing something on the tablet version, it is not easy at all. And I think that might be something that goes with the fact that I'm using the tablet version on something that also thinks it's a computer, because I haven't really tried it on like my iPad or something like that, Canva on my iPad. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste these little dots here, and I just align everything to center and make sure it's all, you know, positioned well. Duplicate it, bring it over here, and align it, and just make sure I have my whatchamacallits, my checklist going on. I got one more that I got to do. So duplicate that. I just hit up next to the trash can and that lock button in the upper right hand corner. That is where the duplicate button is, and that is much better. So now you can see it looks pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and select the background, unlock it, drop down the transparency, increase the size, select transparent background, and download it. And that's pretty much all I do in Canva. And once this downloads, we'll bring it over into our Xodo app. What I usually do is just save it. Like, I don't know, I just make up a name. I'd probably call this one like Crisp or something, or I might just say Untitled Design 2. I think I call it Crisp. Okay, so it's saved. Now I'll go over to Xodo and I will open up my planner and wait for it to load here. And yeah, it's going to open up in November. I'm going to slide over and put down, I guess I thought I was going to use this for Thanksgiving, but I didn't. I don't know, whatever. Go to downloads, select it, and paste it in. And it's going to open up kind of small. And I'm just going to start sizing it. I'm going to take it and drag it up to the corner and size it here. And make sure it fits into my planner page. It takes a bit of messing around with to get it to work here. But eventually it will be sized correctly. There you go. You can see it starts to line up better, and I just keep dragging on the little sizing things there. And yeah, this is the planner, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Check out my other videos on how to do other plan with me type of stuff, digital planning, and I will talk to you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.